Hello everyone, in this lesson, we will learn a very classic layout mode often used in the back-end management system, which is our navigation menu bar. First of all, let's take a look at the navigation menu bar, which has a specific effect. It may include one of our navigation pages, and then one of our menu bars. On the left you can switch a series of pages through the left and right sides of the menu bar. Then, on our upper side, it is a suit-style layout on the left and right. When we open it for inspection, we can find that with the reduction of the width of our page, the last content will be approached. Has the layout we just seen been done before when we made a relatively positioned library management system? Here I will take you to review such a classic UI model again. Similarly, we should first create an application, select our default web and applet classes, and then the default relative positioning system. Then here we change the name to our navigation menu bar, and then click to create one, and then we first put the size of one of its computers, adjust it to a size of 1024 x 768 of a small screen, and then first let's do the public part, that is, a navigation bar and a menu bar on the left. First, let's do the navigation bar. Here, we can directly select a relatively positioned banner, and then change the width of the banner to 100%, and then the height can be appropriately reduced. For example, let's adjust an 80-pixel banner. First, we select a banner relative to the store, and change its name to our best policy navigation bar, and then like the last navigation bar, it is a vertical layout by default. In order to make it a horizontal layout, we first add a row. We change the height of the horizontal to an 80-pixel. In order to look good, we uniformly change one of its background colors to a white. Then we select this row. Generally speaking, there will be a block on the left and a block on the right. A block, and the content in the block is usually fixed in size, so I will directly replace it with an absolute positioning container here. Set its width to 150 pixels, and then the height refers to 80 pixels. Then here is our left block, and then if we want the right block, we can copy and paste one. Let's put this one first. Change the name of the absolute positioning container to the left, that is, left fast, then copy it, and then paste a right block called ours. Then we select such an industry and change its alignment to equal spacing. You can also see that it is on the left and on the right, and it will move as the size of one of our screens changes. A change has taken place in the state. Next, we add a banner with relative positioning, and then change the name to be called the left menu. Generally speaking, the width does not need to be so much. We modify it to 120 pixels, and then set the height to 100%. We can find that at present, the left menu bar blocks the upper menu bar, so we can set a queue order for the upper menu bar. Set it higher here to 10, then we use the left menu to set a slightly lower queue order to 9. Because such an upper menu bar has a height of 80, we need to reserve a height of 80 in the left menu bar, so we set an upper and inner screenwriter of 80 for it, and then any elements we add in the left menu bar will be arranged side by side here, so we set a height for the industries navigated in the previous volume black bar, and then such a column on the left side. We also set a color to a role, so that the content of the upper layer and the left side is done, and then we need to do the content of the page. The content of the page can be directly added under the front end. We can add a series of pages, and then put our navigation bar on the page, then we change the background color of such a page medical reform to such a pink, and then we change a color of such a page to such a green. Then when we go to the selected page to add widget directly, we can see that we can't see any widget, because the page is directly from here to start a layout, because the banner is like an island floating in the air, it will not squeeze all the property of the page, so in order to reserve the position of the banner, we select the page. After that, we need to reserve such a screenwriter. Our upper screenwriter needs to reserve 80, while our left screenwriter needs to reserve 120, so we choose our page. One upper side of the page is reserved for 80, and the left side is reserved for 120. In such a case, we can add any page property directly from the upper left corner. The layout has begun. Here I'll explain it again for you. First of all, in the production of such a key point, we use two banners to make the common part, that is, our navigation bar. Whoever needs to be on it, we will set a higher team order, and then we will set a reserved position for one of our upper and inner screenwriters, and then we will add a series of pages. The banner is an isolated island floating in the air, which will not squeeze the page. Therefore, we should keep it for the contents of the upper part of our page. Therefore, by setting an inner margin corresponding to the upper banner, and an inner margin corresponding to the left banner, we can reserve a size and position of the banner, which is very classic a layout mode for the navigation menu bar. Such a UI model also needs to be accumulated.